These are best wishes to the former Prime Minister, Honorable Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel. It's not a political matter, but rather this is more religious. So I'm going to talk about number 12. I have the Holy Bible here. I'm going to relay on it. I'm going to talk about number 12 in association with 12 years the former minister, Honorable Benjamin Netanyahu, ministered as a prime minister in the elected nation of Israel. By the way, I can say that Honorable former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, 12 years you ministered as Prime Minister. There are correlations of 12 years, I mean the years you spent, and the number 12 in the Holy Bible. Let me introduce myself, the personal introduction. My name is Joseph. Joseph is Joseph Salum King. But in the Swahili Holy Bible, when you read it, if you read that, you find that Joseph is Yusuf. So my name as well is Yusuf Salum King. Nationality, white. I am Tanzanian by birth. The language, the first and foremost is Swahili, Nyiramba, and at least I can try my level best to express myself in English. Let me start with Old Testament. Old Testament expresses number 12 in a good manner. The first and foremost is Moses. Moses built an altar with 12 pillars. And we can find this in Exodus. You find this in Exodus chapter 24, verse 4. It reads, "And Moses wrote all the words of the law, and he rose early in the morning, and built an altar at the foot of the mountain, and the 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel." Here now, we start to see number 12. Honorable, and all others worldwide. I thank you very much, because you are going to spend about half an hour to listen, or rather to view these messages. So the first and foremost we see in Exodus chapter 24 verse 4, where Moses built an altar with 12 pillars. And here we see that according to the tribes of Israel. We know that the tribe of Israel has 12 tribes. The second, we find in Genesis chapter 35 verse 23 up to 26. Here we find those 12 tribes. There are some verses here, and I just sorted out these 12 tribes. The first is Reuben, Simon, Levi, Judah, Isaac, Zabulon, Joseph, and Benjamin. Benjamin is a tribe correlating to your name. Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. These are 12 tribes of Israel. Not only that, we can talk about 12 stones. The altar which was built by Elijah. Elijah built an altar. And that altar, we know that in order to prove beyond reasonable doubts that Elijah told people, if the living God is the one to be worshipped, let's believe in living God. And he decided to build an altar, and he told those who were not believing in the living God, they started themselves to provide the sacrifice, but they ended in vain. But when Elijah built an altar and brought about that sacrifice, and he poured about 12 tins of water, yet the living God manifested himself. That is 12 stone in altar built by Elijah. And in Old Testament as well, there were 12 stones used to build a sign where Israelites crossed River Jordan. When they crossed the River Jordan, and before, Joshua, the son of Nun, told the priests to step on their feet on River Jordan, and that river dried, and all Israelites passed. And let me read Joshua chapter 3 verse 13. And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests who bear the ark of the Lord of the event shall rest in the water of Jordan, that the water of Jordan shall be cut off, the water that came down from upstream, and they shall stand as a heap. And that's what happened. And if we read Joshua chapter 4 verse 5 as well, you find that, and Joshua said to them, cross over before the ark of the Lord your God into the midst of the Jordan, and each one of you take up a stone on his shoulder, according to the number of tribes of the children of Israel. And it means that those stones were 12. Correlating to the number 12. And here, they decide to build a sign in order to remind all people worldwide that the living God did such miracle. Okay. And I'm done with the Old Testament. I'm done with the Old Testament. Now I'm going to talk about number 12 in the New Testament. Jesus Christ had 12 disciples, and those who we can term them disciples, and they are the ones who were apostles as well. Number 12 here, Matthew chapter 10 verse 2. Now, the names of the 12 apostles are these. First, Simeon, who is called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, and James, and the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, James. Matthew chapter 10, verse 3. Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector, James the son of Alphaeus and Labicus, whose surname was Thaddeus. Matthew chapter 10, verse 4. Simon the Canaanite,